Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blockchain Podcast. I am Valectric, with my co-host here.
Hello, I'm Rad. No, I'm Tyc-Loud.
And we are joined by our very special guest tonight.
I wouldn't say special, but yeah, I'm Rad Dude Cool Too on Twitter or Rambunctious, since I literally changed my username first.
Great time to feature on a podcast.
Yeah, we brought you up a few times on the podcast.
Every time I always go into 30 minutes of thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rad, our good friend of ours. What you been up to?
I haven't been doing much. Drawing, doing all this schoolwork from the corona.
Oh yeah. You still got schoolwork to take care of.
Yeah. It's been.
Tyc and I don't got to worry about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fuck you! You don't have any
I
responsibilities.
dropped out 4 years ago.
Yeah,
I
put all
tried
your
going
investment
back
into
2 years ago. Fucking stayed in the
The
waiting list for a
podcast.
full year.
I'm still not over your new mic, or it's not a new mic. You got headphones.
No,
I can
I've
use
had
that
this mic for a year now.
God, you could have been using it this whole fucking time.
Well, I didn't have headphones, and there'd be an awful echo.
Not
Headphones are
even
way easier to get than a mic.
not even earbuds.
No, I use headphones. Only headphones. I used to use earbuds, but they wouldn't fit in my ears, so got these headphones that burn. They burn because I'm wearing glasses and they compress on my skin.
God damn.
Those are the worst.
Viewers
Yeah.
at home may not know, but Rad used to have this crusty ass microphone that would make it's kind of difficult to hear what he's saying, but now full crisp HD audio.
Yeah.
It's so smooth. It's surreal.
Yeah, I could do ASMR
like
now.
skin.
Hey, you could finally do mukbang.
I can't. Oh, dude, I would totally do that.
Yeah, mukbang. That reminds me of.
Oh,
Yeah, Rad, you have a thing. You fucking.
I don't. You call it
stream
a thing,
YouTube,
but it was just
it's a thing.
s-
It's your thing. All right. You stream
It's-
YouTube and look up the weirdest shit.
It's a small phase. And
I swear,
the
because of this man, I have watched 6 hours in total of Joker mukbang.
it was the first thing I live streamed in Google Chrome, and it was great.
There was that cool old man in his microwave,
Oh yeah.
and the sad old man with the microwave.
It all starts with Joker though.
Yeah.
You type in Joker and you could find the best content.
So
I think the
many
best
things.
videos of Joker are the one made by Onision.
That one, yeah.
And
Onision's he's a funny man when he's insane.
All the time.
yeah. Fucking scary. Especially the Joker.
The Joker one was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've wanted some crazy adventures on the internet. Remember we had a big FNAF thing we were doing for a while.
Just watching FNAF content.
Yeah, we did a day just watching FNAF SFMs, and it's a crazy rabbit hole.
Yeah, man, you've been busy. I miss those long hours spent just delving deep into YouTube.
It gets really hard to search up for new stuff. I feel like we search every property on Earth that you can make fun of.
I don't know, there's more. I'm sure there's more.
The internet has an endless supply of content.
It's you need to go into detail about the FNAF SFM where they come out of the ground and it's basically a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, that's a weird thing with the FNAF SFM community. That's a community I am formally a part of years back.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn,
I didn't
know
do
that.
any serious big animations. Usually small bits that 2 or 3. I don't know. I don't remember.
Damn.
I just remember it was there was a lot of petty drama
I would imagine.
some
Like
fucking
Urbornica?
no, even
Don't
more
say that
petty
name
than
around
that.
me. Don't say that name around me. You understand what
You go-
what wrath is bestowed upon you.
Are you already gonna fucking ban me from the podcast for speaking such bad
Get out right now.
You've only been here
Don't
for
say that name.
5 minutes?
Not even.
Man. Yeah.
No,
What the few bits of drama that I remember in FNAF SFM is some guy said the N-word, a guy I was mutuals of, but because of another friend who fucking annoyed the hell out of him, he stopped talking to me as well as him.
Damn.
Guilty by association, I guess.
Good
Anyways,
riddance.
he said the N-word a lot, apparently. I've talked to him like 3 times.
You can't. Who blames him?
I honestly don't remember a lot of FNAF SFM, aside from like some big animators.
I remember you and Sebo did some SFM back in the day, from what I remember.
Yeah. I stopped being a part of the community. Like, I wasn't satisfied with the source filmmaker. I had ideas, but I didn't want to execute them. I wasn't bothered to execute them.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have never done that. I've never done that SFM shit. I don't do any like 3D stuff.
SFM is like like baby's first 3D art program because it's so basic.
My sister's trying to get into SFM, actually. I never did, but I might be jumping the gun a bit, but I'm really trying to get into Blender. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy difficult, of course.
That stuff is a headache. I tried getting into that, like, well, probably could do it better now, but when I was just starting out in art, I literally looked at the program and I closed out of it.
Well, they released a 2.8 version not too long ago, which made the user interface way more beginner-friendly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, all the progress I got from learning Blender, like for a good bit, it's lost. I don't know anything about it.
Oh no.
The first animating software I ever used when I was just wee baby levels of art was ABC. If you guys know what that is,
I do
it's like
not.
this program. It's kind of like if you think of like cool math games, but more for kindergartners. And we'd use it in school a lot. And I was like, hey, I can make a full animation ABC because there's this drawing app in it. And it was terrible. I was trying to remake Majora's Mask.
Oh, I love Majora's Mask. Dude.
It is a good game. That game inspired me a whole ton.
Oh, same here. Yeah, my first animation program, I suppose, was Flipnote Studio on the old DSi.
Oh, rich.
Fond memories of that one. Still, they were terrible, of course, but you know.
Oof. I arrived late in like the whole digital art thing in general. Like I only started like 4 or 5 years ago. Like I got the basic Wacom tablet and like crappy little doodles, and it's like learning something completely new.
Yeah.
I only recently like sort of found my art style, which I take heavy inspiration from Bruce Timm, who's like the big art director for Batman the Animated Series and all the DC cartoons in the 90s.
You showed me those movies. They're pretty good.
Yes.
You guys are watching that, yeah.
We watched a few. I just finished watching Batman Beyond, like the entire series.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it was great.
Truly
cool.
epic.
It was
Batman's
truly
a fun guy.
He
He's
truly
a lovely
is.
man.
I genuinely can't wait for the Matt Reeves Batman movie, because we recently watched the Matt Reeves movie. What's it called? Cloverfield, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
That was directed by Matt Reeves. I was like... And then I did see The Lighthouse that had Robert Pattinson, who's playing Batman.
me, lobster.
Fucking great movie. Like, seeing those just amplifies my excitement for Matt Reeves' Batman.
Oh yeah. I hope it's good.
Yeah. Although I hear some rumors that AT&T, who owns Warner Brothers, and by extension DC,
Fucking AT&T owns Warner Brothers.
and HBO, but the higher ups at AT&T are these are rumors, so these are not 100% confirmed, that they might just halt production altogether for Matt Reeves' Batman, just to get Ben Affleck back.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like loads of corporate drama, and like AT&T are now releasing Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is the theatrical release 3 years ago, Justice League, got compromised so much. They switched directors. Fucking, like, a lot of big corporate drama behind the scenes. Ended up with a big, messy movie. And, like, I'm excited for Zack Snyder's Justice League, not because of the movie itself, but because a studio that owns, like, the studio.
Yeah.
Like it's it shows that the higher ups of the higher ups care about the director's vision, which studios today really fuck over directors' visions, especially Marvel.
Yeah.
There are so many directors and writers that vow not to work with them because they've fucked them over so many times. Like Joss Whedon, who did the first 2 Avengers, like in Age of Ultron, his vision, he had a specific vision. He wrote the script, and Marvel told him to add in scenes that he didn't want. And if he didn't add those scenes, they would cut the movie entirely or something.
Damn.
They would cut an entire scene.
Was it Ultron doing like a default dance to add in padding time?
No.
They had to use
And
that
then there's
one
and then
F
there's another Marvel director writer who vowed not to work with them again. I don't know if this one does, but fuck, who's the guy who did Hot Fuzz? Edgar Wright. He wrote and was going to direct Ant-Man since 2008.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of behind the scenes stuff, like like between all the writing and production. His friend producer got diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately.
Oh.
So he requested Marvel delay Ant-Man again so he could direct a final product with this guy.
I
His
wasn't laughing
best
at
friend.
the
It's
cancer part. I was
Kinda
laughing at when you mentioned Ant-Man. I was thinking of that scene where they're slapping their knees and going, ants. It's a fucking ad.
Yeah, you
It's
fucking
great.
you just started laughing when like unfortunately he got cancer, and Rad over here is just fucking.
When I start thinking of stuff, I just like
Laughing his ass
Just
off.
laugh.
I'm very enthusiastic about film. If you didn't catch
Oh,
on
yeah.
by now,
I think we mentioned it in a previous episode.
yeah. I even have a friend that's got accepted into a film college, and they have not seen Back to the Future.
Oh fuck.
Bro.
Oh,
They shouldn't become a film writer then.
no. I'm gonna force them to watch Back to the Future and like all these like things that are important to filmmaking,
Yeah.
like almost essential to watch and learn, observe. Like,
Rad, what's
yeah.
your true passion? What's your yes?
Tell us about yourself. I'm done ranting about
I'm done.
fucking Marvel.
The Batman rant.
Well, no, you're talking about what you like
Yeah.
to do.
I can't get myself in that film stuff. I love films, but like anytime I look into the deep innards, when they start to scoop stuff out, I can't
Yeah.
keep myself obligated. But for passion wise, I guess I'd say video game dev.
Oh, awesome.
I definitely post a lot more art than coding and shit like
Yeah.
that. But I'm trying to keep myself a little bit more in the concept side.
That's really cool. I've touched
So you
on
could be
that.
like a concept artist for a game.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
That's something I'm thinking about too, but I don't know. Personally, I can go a lot of ways, but I don't know about you
Yeah,
specifically.
it's good to have multiple like little things
Yeah,
that
options,
you're able
paths.
to do. Being
I mean-
I think being a concept artist with also coding experience can make it a lot easier to flesh out
Mhm.
your ideas.
Yeah, because like nobody should expect to be a Twitter artist forever. Like, this is what I'm
God,
gonna
no.
do
You gotta
with my
branch out
life.
eventually.
Whoever would think of that should delete their account.
Yeah.
Don't ever just strive to be a Twitter artist. Do more. That's
More with your life.
Live a life, yeah.
Yeah, don't be a Twitter artist ever.
Don't be like John Bob.
Don't be.
God damn it. We were trying. We should have brought this up before
damn it,
recording. We were
Rand.
trying not to
God
bring him
damn
up.
it.
He keeps getting brought up every episode.
We can't do this anymore. You know what? Might as well get this out of the way. Inkplasm.
Alright.
Alright, good. We got him out of the way.
We got him out of the way.
No more. You already said Rebornica too.
Oh my god, the RB, wait,
The R word.
RJB,
The R word.
RGBI.
RGBI. That's the one thing you can't talk about.
Sounds like a fucking fetish.
Probably is, but John Bob fetish.
Oh,
Yep,
fuck.
we reached our
Yes.
quota.
Sounds gross.
God damn
Over
it.
3,000 Twitter followers. Passion wise, for me at least, I feel like I've got a lot of directions I could go. Like voice acting would be awesome. Concept art for a game, or like a writer, or just art stuff. I don't know. I want to expand and explore my creative fields because I believe I've mentioned it before in a previous episode, but I am currently working on a pilot for a web series with my sister.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's coming into production. It's taken some time. We've been writing the script for a while, but it'll be cool when it's done.
Hell yeah.
And I'll promote the hell out of it.
Better have a fart joke in there, please.
I'll sneak one in, sure.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's not close to being done at all, but it's a process. We're gonna work on a pilot. It's gonna be fun.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool. We got some viewer questions, if you don't mind, actually.
Oh shit, yeah, sure.
Read them out.
From @Lucia_Chansan, opinions on Touhou, Touhou. I
What is that?
believe that's a manga anime. Well, since none of us really know what it is, I'm just going to switch the question over to tofu. What's your opinion on tofu?
Never tried it.
I've only had tofu once. Actually maybe 2 times. One in a microwavable food, and it was covered and drenched in sauce, so I can't really taste the tofu. So maybe that's why I liked it.
I don't think it has a taste. I think that's the idea.
Is that okay?
I don't know. I don't know tofu from Teen Titans. Like,
oh man, I don't know. It's all right. I guess I'd say it's all right. It's white, and it's got sauce on it. Sometimes.
Like me. Both of those things. Viewer question number 2 @Skeletoons is here. Do you guys consider yourself as gamer boys?
Kind of. I
I
like.
refuse to answer that question.
Lately, I haven't been gaming, but I'm a gamer.
I guess I could say I'm a gamer. I've been gaming ever since I was a young little boy.
I'm a gamer. Yeah, totally.
I played
Society
Bejeweled.
and whatnot.
I'm also verified by Fortuna.
I'm verified on Steam.
Verified gamer.
Hell yeah. And we have one last one here as of now, by Murphy @MurphyLuan. Luian. How you spell that last part? I remember him. Do you prefer your chicken deep or air fried?
What's the difference? I'm gonna be honest. I don't eat enough chicken to know the difference.
Well, deep fried is like the KFC chicken tenders with the crust on them, I think.
I eat a lot of chicken. Let me tell you, you can't beat deep fried. You can try to do it air fried, but it's not gonna work.
What does air fried look like? What is that?
Air fried,
entail?
it's kind of like deep fried, but it's not. It's
It's
like,
not
as
deep
deep.
enough.
It's not as deep. You don't got the innards. You don't have that good crust. At least not when I had it.
Okay.
I've not tried
I
it,
get
so
that.
I won't answer this question.
Well, are chicken tenders deep fried?
Yes. Wait, no. Those are
Also-
like bread. Those are like
No.
baked. I'm
Breaded?
pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Deep. I mean, if they're deep fried, it'd be 100% better.
Sure. Yeah. And they got they got like deep fried everything some places. Like there's deep fried ice cream.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They'll like dip it in the boiling water for like just a second.
Sounds
like
like Wisconsin.
One moment. And yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it's pretty good. Deep fried Oreos, deep fried literally anything you can possibly ever think of, and apparently it just makes everything better.
Ugh. Sounds horrid.
It's funny that you read out
Weren't you the one
everyone's name except
Advocating
for
for it.
the Skeletoons. You didn't read his name out. You
Didn't? Did I?
You just said our second question.
Sorry.
I can't
At
believe
Skeletoons here. He
Yeah.
asked the gamer boy question.
Sorry, Skeleton. You just don't matter. Not to Vel, at least.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah. Alright, cool. Those are all we have at the moment.
Follow the blockchain Twitter.
Follow us on twitter.com, please. Numbers, bigger numbers.
Bigger number.
Like, comment, and
More.
subscribe, please.
Yes.
We have to. We have to get bigger than everyone else on Twitter.com.
Bigger than even John Bob himself.
No, I don't think that'll ever happen.
It's impossible.
We're
It's
never
literally
going to
impossible.
be on his banner.
Listen, we can strike a deal. we get on his banner. He gets on our podcast.
I think that's a good deal.
Good trade.
And you should follow me on Twitter, John Bob. I did a fan art for you. I did like a pixel art fan art when I was like 2. I think you should put me on the banner.
Mr. John Bob, who's definitely listening to this podcast right now.
Yeah, Mr. Jonathan Bogathan.
He's in the call with us right now. Hey, John Bob.
Hey, John Bob.
Hey, John Bob.
He doesn't talk. I remember talking about food before. What's your favorite food? Like, what do you
That's
like
hard.
to consume?
It's super hard. I guess like seafood, because I don't have it a lot. Probably like lobster, pasta
imitation
plus
crab.
seafood. Yeah.
Pasta and pussy. Hell yeah.
Pasta.
Hey.
I like fruits a lot. I like a lot of things, but like
Same.
fruits.
Ew,
Are
fruits.
good.
I always eat fruits and vegetables. I never understood why people get a little disgusted.
Because they're
Like
green.
gay food.
They're disgusting, dude.
I especially love eating yogurt. Like, if there's frozen yogurt in the fridge, I'm gonna eat it all.
I hate that. I hate you.
Oh, yogurt's good.
Yogurt sucks. I'm
I
sorry.
always fuck off. I love those foods that you really can't describe the consistency of. Like, is it a liquid? Is it a solid? It's like the yogurts, the jellos, all that, gelatins, I suppose, gelatos.
They disgust me. I
Pudding,
hate them
rice
so
pudding.
much.
Are you kidding me? Like my favorite dessert ever.
Ugh. The
And
texture.
rice
the
pudding
look.
and pistachio pudding. The texture is the best part.
The texture is the worst part.
It feels like a bunch of little beans in your mouth.
Beans? That's even worse. Beans. I love beans, but when they're refried, because I don't want to see all those little beans with the bread juice and shit.
Refried bean? Had refried bean.
Refried beans is like a mush. You put that on like tacos and shit. It's the best. But full on like canned beans, those make me like. I just imagine some guy like rubbing their toes in it or some shit. That'd be bad imagery.
I didn't know you're such a foodie, Rad.
I'm very picky. I'm very picky when it comes
Really?
to texture.
I am the complete opposite. I am not picky whatsoever. Put like anything in front of me and I will eat it.
Even if it tastes good, I'm like, if the texture's wrong, I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like texture, it's a weird sensation. It's like, oftentimes I like the texture more than the flavor, and like that's why I eat it. Like, I chew on things a lot. Like I'll have I have a rubber band, and like I'll just chew on it because I'm bored. I'm just with my teeth a lot.
Consume rubber band.
Yeah. Eat it.
That's a good like candy idea.
Is it? Well, they kind of
Yeah.
have those. Remember, they had those. What kind of candies you're familiar with growing up? Are Wisconsin candies much different than Northern Illinois candies? And Vancouver candies. How about that?
I don't think Canada is like exclusive candy.
No.
I think Canada's pretty boring, to be honest. Isn't that right, Tyke?
Oh, kind of. Like, fuck all happens here in Vancouver.
Yeah. I remember Ring Pops. You guys remember Ring Pops?
Ring Pops, they're fine, but
They're
not
fucking
as good
disgusting.
as like, baby
My
bottle pops.
Baby bottle pops. Those fucking
Those
things.
are awesome. Yeah, because anything with like that powdered candy is really good. Like,
Every time I
Fun
had
Dip.
like one of those types of candies, like the baby bottle pop or a ring pop, I felt like a disgusting wench.
It's fair.
Maybe, I don't know if that's offensive, but like it came to me
You're
after I
good.
said it. I was like, "Is that
I don't think that's offensive.
okay?" I don't remember what it means. So anyway, by that I mean like it's so messy. At least I did when I was younger. Like the ring pop. Okay, it's on my finger. Why? It's so saliva-y, you know.
Ugh.
Why can't I just have a stick?
Yeah,
like the
Canada's
powder.
got those boxed Smarties.
A box,
the little
box
box.
Smarties?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Here, I'll send
What-
it. It's convenient.
Put a picture up on screen.
There it is, a picture.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Is
and
this the same as the Smarties in like the cylinder shape?
kind of.
What is
Eh.
wrong with you?
Yeah, those
There's
are
also
they look like
Coffee
pills.
Crisp.
Oh, yeah.
Give
And
me
then I'll sneak some into the U.S.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And there's also a Kinder Surprise.
Oh yeah, Kinder Surprise. Weren't they like sued or something?
Yeah, because the
thought Kinder
kids
Surprise
were like
eggs weren't
eating it
supposed
whole
to-
and fucking choking on it. That's just bad parenting. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know why you're letting your child.
That's really
first-
funny.
I don't know why you'd buy a Kinder Joy. You could buy any other chocolate, and you decide to buy Kinder Joy, and also, you have a dumb kid. You know?
Yeah, I remember the Smarties. You know, the ones that come in a little wrapper. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know.
I think I do. Yeah.
I
The little
have no idea
pellets,
what
you
you're
know,
talking about. Little wrappers.
No, give me a sec.
No, I know what you're talking about. Just joking.
Okay, fuck you. But yeah, like the kids, I remember would always, in school, would either crush them up and like snort them.
Oh.
No, they would snort pixie sticks and smoke these.
Of course
Oh my
you
god!
would.
That brings me a memory.
I didn't. People.
I'm talking about you Americans.
Oh yeah.
It's tough in Wisconsin, man. Let me tell you. Yeah, like one of my friends had Smarties, and like someone else is like, yeah, you're not gonna snort that up. You're not gonna do it, and then he fucking crushes it and snorts the entire thing, and his nose starts bleeding.
That's gonna happen, man. Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, man. You'll be fine.
And kids are fucking dumb.
Everyone was really angry at him. Not the
They're
not,
angry.
not angry at the guy who pursued him to do it.
They were angry at the guy for starting the Smartie.
Yeah.
Well, he was stupid enough to do it. So you know that. Yeah.
Man, school's wild. I remember you guys were talking about like playground stories in the last episode. They really brought up like how violent our activities were. So we do this thing called like zombie tag, and usually it's very like kid friendly. You just touch a guy, and then there's two taggers. But we took it to the next level, and we started fucking like punching each other and biting each other, and it was very violent. And the principal didn't know about this for like 2 years until they saw a kid get fucking like starts crying and shit.
Fucking pussy.
Yeah, they got a pussy to play zombie tag. Don't fucking play if you don't know what you're getting into, man.
I swear, my ribs probably got broken because this one kid fell on me. He was a big kid.
They're just fucking punching you.
Yeah, punching, biting, clawing. Go out full on because of zombie tag. It wasn't even just zombie tag. We made our own forms.
I don't think zombies punch.
You just started
That's the thing,
fighting.
though.
It,
It's like
no,
legit
no,
just
it
sort of
was
beating each
regulated
other up.
fighting.
Regulated fighting. Surprised you didn't start like a little fight club or like a ring, a
I
boxing ring.
wish. That would've been
That would have
fun.
been good. I mean, yeah, school was crazy because you had a lot of stupid kids.
What stupid
Damn.
experiences have you had?
Damn, you got
I-
Beyblade's getting banned.
Yeah. I've already
Pokemon
talked
cards
about
were banned.
some ones I've been experiencing. Like, I mentioned last time about the Star Wars incident. I don't know if I've mentioned. I don't think I've mentioned this other time that I'm not too informed about. But I remember in like the last year of elementary school, like 5th grade, and like most of these come from elementary school because that's when you're the. Actually, you know what? No, you're pretty much really stupid throughout the entirety of high school and all
Yeah.
schools. But this one time, I don't know why. There was this like the entire 5th grade was like became a conjoined like force, kind of like there were two sides split, like two factions were born, the boys versus girls, and for some reason the boys wanted to kill one girl, quote unquote, you know, but like
Ugly,
incite violence
disgusting.
on
I'm
one.
gonna kill you.
Sounds like
And it was
politics.
weird because like all classes, all different things, like all the entirety of 5th grade, it was two different factions, and like it all ended with one big conjoined fight of all like the 5th graders just beating each other
God.
at recess. I was, however, smart. I joined a rebel team, like a syndicate on the other side.
Femboy
A sort
side.
of no, not the girl side. It was a separate alliance. It was the L team led by my friend Lonnie. We were opportunists. See, we decided to take opportunity of the chaos for our own means. And like we're playing pretend, you know, we're dumb kids. So like there were no actual real goals in mind, but we're like, yeah, we're the L team. We're against the factions on both sides, the oppressive whatevers, you know. It was funny. It kept us out of trouble too, because we never actually like got into the big massive mob fight.
Damn. You're like
I
starting
barely
your own
remember
society.
that, but it was fun. It was fucking fun.
I remember doing that during the winter. We only do it in the winter because that's the only time we could make like forts and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have like a full on like battlefield.
Man, I still love factions and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's fun. I love like beating up other students. It's fun.
Yeah.
Made me a tougher kid at the end.
What grade are you in now, if you don't mind disclosing?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that.
That's
Mostly
fair.
just because I want to stay private with that shit.
Oh, that's
What's
cool.
your address?
Oh, I can
Yeah.
give that information.
What's your real name? What are your parents' names?
Do you have a family?
Yes,
You
Damn.
sure?
I do. Gosh darn it.
You want to check?
You want to check? You sure? Oh, that shit's good.
Do you have a Skype by chance? I just really want to know right now.
What's your Skype email?
What's your email password? Please tell me.
Please, ma'am. Please tell me.
That's the thing.
Please give me your Skype info. And that's how I made my first online friend.
Yeah.
Do you guys so I
in
wanted to
real
bring this up. Have you guys ever scammed someone in an online game?
I mean, scammed someone.
Okay, so I'll specify what type of online games. Have you guys played Animal Jam?
Yes. Oh, I remember
Okay.
Animal Jam. I'm
Well,
gonna put a pin in that. I've got some stories.
Alright, tell me. Wanna
Oh
know.
no, you go first.
You want me? Mine aren't that. I was just gonna say that I scammed a bunch of kids for their rares. It was
Ow.
you just all you gotta do is role play with them first, and then you open up
Yeah.
you open them up, and
Yeah.
then you can get their sweet nerd glass rare.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was all role playing. Like
Oh,
role
totally.
playing was so prominent on those. Some furries were definitely born from that little online game.
Furries and warrior fans.
Yeah.
I've seen so
Warriors
many
fans.
warrior role plays. I didn't even know
don't
what
even-
it was.
Don't even get me started on warrior cats. All right, I had to deal with that shit for years.
I just heard of it on Animal Jam.
Alright,
Yeah.
let me tell you the biggest scam I've ever done online, and it's this podcast. Oh,
Hey, give us money. Follow
I'm
us.
this close to leaving.
We don't know how close that is.
donate to our Patreon.
Yes.
Donate to our OnlyFans.
I only have some like memories. I had a girlfriend on Animal Jam, when I was like 11.
Damn,
I had to keep making brand new accounts like every time because I can never remember the passwords of the emails I used. Because we didn't have internet at our house for like the longest time, and I could only do it at my grandma's house, which was like we didn't go there all the time. So I would capitalize on that opportunity. Make a new character every time. Yeah, I had an internet girlfriend before. It was cool. For all of you fricks.
It was
Sim.
never cool.
It was never cool. You'll be called a simp on Twitter.
Oh no. Let's wait till FNAF Twitter hears about this one.
Reporting.
Why did I say that?
You can't bring up FNAF. It's like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You can't have
FNAF
them
and
without
Twitter
them.
in the same like sentence just births the concept of Rebornica.
Reporting.
You know what? Let's roll with this. Rad and I think Tyc, you were there.
I witnessed it.
Firsthand, I had a fucking like mental breakdown. Just not mental breakdown in the sense of like anxiety, but it was kind of like a fun one, in the sense where Rad and I were like detectives, you know, and we found out that Nefarious Skull, which is the alternate name of Rebornica, disappeared off the face of the internet, and we were on a mission to find out where they went.
This went on for 2 straight hours.
It did.
Yeah. I think
At
the
the end-
proper conclusion that I, after putting up with all of that, was that they're definitely drawing Minecraft porn now.
Are they? I don't know. They were. I don't think they're drawing it anymore.
Think about it. If
No, that
you're
makes a
so
lot of
sick of
sense.
drawing FNAF and William Afton's no, it wasn't even William Afton. What was it name?
It was Minecraft and FNAF, because I remember they were trying to reboot their FNAF comic series, and they were working on an animated like pilot for a Minecraft series, which to my knowledge never happened. Because the YouTube channel's gone, the Twitter's gone, Instagram's gone. The only thing that remains is the Patreon, which is now under a new name. I don't remember.
It was like for a video game project, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think. And Robornica's out there somewhere.
I don't know, man. I think someone deleted them.
Rad, didn't one of your mutuals tweet out, like months ago, they tweeted out, I know what happened to Robornica.
Oh yeah, like ask me questions or something. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't one of my mutuals. It was just a random guy.
I have a whole folder full of evidence.
Really? I swear they're like your mutual.
I do not. No.
I guess I was thinking like they're mutuals with someone else. So many Twitter artists.
Too many.
I made a whole like big ol' bookmark folder named Evidence. Voltergeist, that's it, is creating an RPG video game on Patreon. Because that was the only link that still works on Nefarious Skull's old website that had links to all the different projects. Apparently it's still going. It's still being made. There's 9 patrons.
I just hope that they add Purple Guy Toast.
Purple Guy Toast, yeah. Just Purple Guy.
I know some people who like had a crush on him at one point.
What?
Purple Guy. Purple Guy at that time. Not Purple Guy now.
What did you think?
Of course. Remember, I think, Rad, weren't you there? We saw that we were watching FNAF, like, William Afton videos or whatever. And there was one that was just a slideshow of, like, a bunch of art.
Oh, and one of them was porn.
Oh, yeah.
One of them was just Purple Guy with his cock out on YouTube. And, like, that's it. That was... And then we all fucking died, dude.
I've seen so many.
It was uncensored.
You can find so much cock on YouTube if you really look for it.
Dude, made me fucking search up furry on Game Jolt and I saw fucking bleeding vagina and shit. It was fucking horrid.
Might want to bleep out that name in case, because you are a minor. Don't want to get them incriminated.
They're both minors.
It's fine. I don't really
fucking
care.
Really?
Dude, he's 17.
Bruh, I didn't. Oh yeah, that's right. A subfolder I had for the Robornica thing was, I code named the thing the Robornica case.
Oh my god.
Because I was having way too much fun with it. I remember.
I think we should specify this was at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
No. Listen. Let me disclose some of this information here. I had 2 very specific key pieces of information at my disposal. At roughly 11:05 p.m. on April 7th, 2020, the user by the name of @LoganButPrivate stated, "Yeah, so I used to be friends with Robornica /Bones /Sigma /Volt. I know it went down. Ask me anything." I didn't ask, but I could read more of that. Maybe they updated it, but the second piece of information I had was at roughly 5:17 a.m. on April 11th, 2020. The user @MangoSo_ tweeted, "Never mind, I know what happened to Robornica /Nefarious Skull / etc. Yikes." All in caps. There's little information that had to be had here. Unfortunately, all the leads we've come across led to a dead end.
They deleted themselves off the internet. It's hard to find any leads about it. Without going up to Robornica's house and asking. I like to imagine Robornica lives in the actual pizzeria.
The real pizzeria. The FNAF video game. Robornica is Scott Cawthon.
FNAF free roam.
Yeah. I feel like those are the 3 cornerstones of artist Twitter. Robornica, John Bob, and Inkblaz. Like...
3 artists that broke Vel.
Yeah. Or if you really wanted to, it could be Chipple Dipple, Rabornica and then John Bob for a more, I don't know, contrasting
richer
thing.
experience.
Richer, yeah. Because Inklasm and John Bob are similar in the sense where, they're people.
Give
Nothing
me girlfriend,
crazy.
please.
John Bob doesn't have any controversies, does he?
Not that he created himself.
He's a wholesome boy.
I hate that.
I just heard secondhand that people started hating on him for like no reason.
I remember that. I fucking remember that.
I did like kind of start this like thing.
You started the train of people hating on John Bob?
No, I didn't start it, but I did like bring it up a bunch of times. Like, oh, people are starting to fucking hate John Bob, and I don't get why at times.
Yeah. Rad has single-handedly canceled John Bob. Over literally nothing.
I have 500 followers. I can't cancel like shit.
Yeah, we'll get canceled though.
I heard from an anonymous source that someone called him the F word.
Bruh.
Yeah, guy was saying how he called him the F. What? The guy invited him to a call and he called him a big fat ass, and then he kicked him. It's so mean.
Is that why he left the server?
The server. He left the server.
I left the server.
Will John Bob ever find out who said he left the server? I don't know.
I don't even know what that means. I just like repeating whatever sounds funny. He left the server. He left the server.
Fucking left my server. Where is he? Angry.
He left the server. Where'd he
Where
go?
is he?
Rad, listen. If John Bob ever disappears off the face of Twitter, it's our job. It's our responsibility to track him down. Yeah.
Crack down on this case.
I could care less what John Bob does. I muted him. I wouldn't even know if he was gone or not.
Why'd you mute John Bob?
Because I don't want to see his shit on my timeline all the time.
He even shows up on your YouTube page in incognito.
He does. He's a virus. A pandemic.
No, he's not going to be on the podcast.
No, I'm supposed to make
John
fun
Bob,
of him.
if you,
I mean,
well,
virus.
Even if we did like 3 straight episodes, or he did that for 7 minutes.
What's the thing though? We joke because I'm quite. I expect John Bob to never actually come across this series.
Oof, that's gonna bite us in the ass pretty soon.
This is like a history page.
I feel like he's gonna be creeped out. We mention him literally every episode.
Creeped out.
We'll try next time to not bring him up.
How do you have a conversation about Twitter artists without bringing up John Bob?
How do you do it?
He's like the Martin Scorsese of Twitter artists.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have any Twitter artists you like? Any legitimately like?
I have a bunch. My first like when I first joined Twitter like 2 years ago, one of my first people I followed was Match Ragamuffin. They're really good Twitter artists.
Oh, cool.
They inspired me a lot. They make cool shit.
I remember, for me personally, I think I might have mentioned before, but is it Qwerty Soda, I believe. I want to get the specifics. Yes, at Qwerty_Soda, one of my favorites, old mutual of mine, as well as Wonder Waffle. You're familiar?
I have
I'm sure I've mentioned
oh
before.
yeah, I've heard of them.
At Wonder Waffle 93, another mutual. Like both of those, it's like, okay, why does this person follow me? Why? And like I think I've mentioned that fear of like, okay, now just never interact with this person for fear of them noticing you exist and then unfollowing. But no, really, I don't. I'm not much of a follow mutual, yeah, whatever kind of guy. Like it's cool in the aspect of like, wow, they noticed and are aware of my work. But don't think I'm one to really go super crazy. Like, oh, if you're not mutuals, you're basically fucking hate each other. Like they unfollowed me. Wow, they hate me. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a few mutuals that just I don't get why they follow me.
Yeah,
especially like back then, like a year ago, because I was such a horrible artist back then.
Yeah, like
still kind of am, but
that happened in my early days too. Oh, you're not a horrible artist, Rad.
I'm not good enough. I don't have 1,000 followers, dude.
Damn, guess it can't be on the podcast after all.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have 1,000 followers to be on the podcast, dude.
That's going to be the requirements as soon as we both hit 1,000 followers.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yes.
I remember Sebo, the friend we've mentioned plenty of times. He unfollowed me like at one point as a joke, you know, for whatever reason, but he forgot that he did it, and I didn't really know. So I noticed that he unfollowed me on like all his accounts except his NSFW. And I thought he was like joking, so I unfollowed him too, and only followed my NSFW. And that was a thing for like a week until he realized that he wasn't following me anymore, and then I guess he just forgot.
He's made a great mistake.
Yeah,
He made
unfollowing me,
and now he's never going to be on the podcast. He didn't want to be in it anyways.
Oh, yeah.
if he gets a better mic, maybe we'll let him on.
Oh my god. Such a stigma against mics. Can't believe
Oh
it.
no.
We have standards.
Yeah, I remember Sputnik also recently got a better mic, and he was like, "Am I good enough for your fucking podcast now?" Yes, he is actually. He should be
Yeah.
a guest sometime.
Next week, perhaps?
Maybe.
Hey Val,
Maybe. Yes.
I wanted to ask you, can you make a
Yes.
D&D campaign right now?
Right now? Yes, I can.
On the spot.
On spot.
Campaign idea: the island of Torrensard. It
Alright.
is a very medieval Gothic-inspired location where it was ruled by the Archmage Lavor, where the city's main source is exporting necromantic objects, magic, and soldiers to neighboring nations. A lot of enemies, because people don't like necromancy. A very kind of gothic, dark space, because it's, you know, undead themed.
Alright, where are the farts?
Big city. Where's the what?
Where are the farts?
The farts? What?
The farts.
You heard him.
The farts? Oh, the farts. Oh, they happen. They're there.
Okay, nice.
Where?
Alright, now make a character for Tyc. Just like
Character for Tyc.
this is to make sure that you're like D&D.
Gilder Beyond the Dwarf.
Alright.
A senile
so
old
good.
man who hates the youngins.
You know, that
and
does
will
sound like
fight to the death if the person he's fighting is younger than him. Which dwarves live to be pretty long, so is usually the case.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
In real
This is
life.
where your D&D session starts, Tyc.
He's a barbarian. Rad, what's your character?
Fuck. Goth?
Goth the?
Goth the?
Just Goth the.
Goth
Goth-
the. Yeah,
Goth
Goth
the centaur. Gothy the centaur.
Gothy this.
Gothy. That sounds like a DeviantArt username. Gothy.
Yeah.
It does.
Gothy the centaur death sorcerer. How about that?
That's good, that's good. I want to kill Tyc right away. I
Cool.
slashed Tyc.
Alright, cool.
Are
Roll
you
ahead.
younger than me?
Oh shit, okay.
What number do you get?
Where are my dice?
What number do you
Fuck.
get?
I lost my dice.
Roll ahead!
My dice are gone.
What number do you get? Just tell me a number.
6.
6? You swing your fucking sword and you miss because Gilderjan's really short because he's a dwarf. Gilderjan, what do you do?
I hate you.
It's not your turn. Gilderjan, what do you do?
I have a heart attack.
From the shock of seeing this large emo centaur swing a sword at you, you fucking have a heart attack and collapse on the floor spasming. Roll a constitution saving throw. What number do you get? What's
2.
the number? 2? You're fucking dead.
Oh my god.
So, yep. Gothy, you missed the attack, but you killed an old man.
I'm gonna
That's
kill
victory.
myself.
And that's basically how D&D goes.
It
Probably should have
does.
prefaced that I play a lot of D&D, and I play in a game with Rad, actually.
Yeah.
Because that must have seemed very random.
Your D&D buddies.
That is Dungeons & Dragons with Velectric. Are we going to get back to that?
Yeah.
Also, because it's been a while since we've played. Kind
Yeah,
of taking
I'm
a
fine
break,
with getting back to it.
And both, you and Sputnik both have better mics now.
Yeah.
I'd love to keep playing, of course. Might have to move the day, though. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe
But
you
yeah.
should stream.
That's not a good idea. God, fucking Rad's character has, like, the least amount of hit points I've ever seen.
He's
like,
the worst character I've ever
like-
seen.
and he's, like, level 5 and has only, like, 9 hit points.
Fucking,
or
I
something.
break into a woman's house and she kills me with a butter knife.
Yeah, he's got, like, a -2 modifier to Constitution. Or something like that. Like,
Yeah, -2.
I swear to Christ. Yeah, little Kenku rogue. Fucking, yeah. You were abandoned too by your party.
I
fucking
still laugh
left.
at that. I save my team members' ass, and they get left behind in the sewers.
Yeah. If only they took a long rest.
Take a long rest. Tyc, can you take a long rest? You look really weak right now.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh yeah.
Wonder
Sorry,
why I
we're
look so weak.
Let's stop talking about D&D. I've just completely ostracized Tyke from this conversation.
I don't know enough about dragons.
Yeah. Or dungeons.
I don't get paid enough to. I don't get paid at all.
Basically, in Dungeons and Dragons, there are 3 different subtypes of dragons: metallic, chromatic, and gem dragons. No, I fucking love D&D though. Like, really, I love it so much. I love playing too.
Editor of this podcast, add in a dragon right now.
That's Tyke.
That's me.
Add a dragon, Tyke.
I will.
Add a dragon, Tyc. What are you fucking doing? Why are you slouching?
That's
out
not a
there?
dragon.
Adding a dragon. It's green screen. There's explosions.
You're fucking
that's a pretty cool
slouching
dragon.
on your chair right now, drinking your Pepsi Cola.
I haven't drank Pepsi in years.
Why haven't
Yeah.
you?
Canada Dry.
Damn.
Oh, you Canadians.
Yeah. Well, that's D&D. What were we talking about? We were talking about something.
I have
We were
no
talking about.
fucking
I
idea.
completely forgot. We need,
how long
we
we've
need new
been going?
topics. We need new topics. What do we got? What do we
We
got?
should just
we're
rename
doing-
this podcast to Autopilot.
The autopilot? That's not a bad podcast name.
That's not
we're having a
bad.
conversation. That's kind of how it goes, you know.
I'm literally playing Minecraft right now, planting trees.
Why are you
What?
playing
Why are
Minecraft?
you
We had this
playing
conversation. We had this
Yeah.
conversation about.
Yes.
That's
I've
what
been doing
D&D
it.
does to
I've
you.
been doing it for the last 15 minutes, even before
Damn.
D&D talk.
Well,
I
as
can just
long as it doesn't
multitask.
distract you too much, that's good.
Yeah.
At least you're like doing like proper shit. You're farming, getting the cattle.
Oh yeah, Tyke makes awesome farms in Minecraft. What's your Minecraft shtick? Would you say like?
Definitely
Red?
farming.
Really? You do farming?
Oh, totally. Last time I did a server, it was with a few mutual. I literally went into someone's property. I made a farm on their property, and I took over their house.
Damn, we
And
should-
it was only because I was supplying all the food and crops and shit.
Yeah, we should play Minecraft on a
You've got some
server
heavy
sometime.
competition.
We should.
Red.
I remember the old Minecraft server I used to play on a whole bunch. It basically never touched that in like a whole month.
Same.
I never beat the Ender Dragon. Like, we had the portal open and everything, just never got to it. We're going to, though. We're gonna beat the Ender Dragon and then
There should
maybe
be
make a
another
new server.
dragon.
I don't know.
We'll stream it on
They shouldn't.
twitch.tv/blockchain.
Twitch.tv.
Is there a blockchain
Slash
Twitch?
blockchain.
Only our guests are
I
allowed.
don't think we need a blockchain Twitch.
What if we live stream a podcast?
Well, then the episode, no funny edits.
You don't need funny edits.
You know, it'll be for a special episode. Episode 50, alive.
Yeah. Here we go. If I say something really bad, you can't cut it.
Yeah, that's a high risk, high reward. More content.
More content.
We'll be a part of a live stream cringe compilation.
Epic fail. What kind of media, like website, do you feel like you spend the most time on?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Definitely YouTube. But maybe Twitter. Like,
Gotta be YouTube and Twitter for me.
Yeah, I've been trying to use Twitter a little less to focus on stuff that I actually like doing.
Mhm.
Cause scrolling on that site for even like 30 minutes gives my brain.
Oh, I don't know why. Like, it's weirdly addicting, but it's like
It is. It's
it's
an
a
endless
constant
scrolling.
feed of information.
Yeah.
Why would you ever want to stop?
Oh,
I don't know.
Some days when I browse Twitter, I just think, fuck, I miss Google Plus because I could just filter out some of these posts.
people always talk about Google Plus. I've never used it or heard
I never
of it.
touched it either.
Yeah, it was great. It was obscure. Like, I think one of the best features of Google Plus was you can categorize who you follow.
I could see that being useful.
Yeah, and you have like little communities. It was basically like those community mobile ads apps, but like on a computer and not shit completely.
I could especially see that being useful for Twitter artists.
Yeah, and you could also categorize your posts.
Oh.
Like in between all the shit posts and memes, you could have like a little section just for art, and it was all uncompressed and not cropped, unlike Twitter.
Like
Twitter's not the best
site.
image sharing ones. That's kind of where the community is right now, though. It's a big one, you know. And I haven't like sat down and made a legitimate like art piece in like near a month. God damn. I've doodled and I've posted doodles, but like not full on shit, you know, for a while.
I'm the complete opposite. I spend like 3 hours on like sometimes I spend like 3 hours on like the post, and then my doodles get more likes than that. It's like whatever, I don't really care.
Yeah,
It's like roll the dice.
I don't really get people who are like, oh, my doodles and memes get so much more attention. Like, yeah, that's just how people are.
Yeah,
That's just how things are. Yeah, you shouldn't base your worth off of like that.
Oh, totally not.
Yeah.
It really is just a roll of the dice. Sometimes, you'll get something that you're really proud of and it doesn't get any likes, but that shouldn't matter. I get that's like different for some people's standards, but I feel like having that mindset can really dwindle down on you.
This last week, I've been going out a lot, taking photos, and it made me realize how much like I don't have like any like passion for digital art now. Like I've peaked essentially, and now I just don't want to, I guess, improve.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm fine
totally
with
fine.
I'm fine with what I was thinking of making a big post of hiatus, but like, nah, no one cares.
Yeah, that's also the thing where it's like, you posted that meme where it's like, maybe you could flash it on screen, but like, it reminds me of like on hiatus, and like I think I mentioned episode 2. Like, you don't gotta make a big old post like, oh, I won't be posting for a while. I won't be making art. Like, just do it when you want to, and don't worry about it.
I'll never apologize for not posting for a year.
Not because not to sound cynical, but like, no one really cares in that sense. Where like, not that no one cares that you're around, but you don't have to.
You don't have
make
to
a big
publicize.
Look at
publicize
me.
everything.
I am not going to be here for a while. I'm leaving. You know.
I definitely did that a lot, and I've noticed over time that once you make a post about it, you're more inclined not to do it.
Yeah.
I have this one piece that I showed both of you, and I've been working on it for a while, and I'm thinking once I'm finished, I'll just like, I guess pick and choose what I want to post instead of just another doodle.
Yeah.
Here's a finished drawing. Just take a break, but like cool. Not publicly say I'm taking a break. Essentially, like I think
be around.
Yeah. One thing that I'll definitely do is modify these thumbnails.
Yeah.
Because of the tiny imperfections that you make.
I've noticed.
Oh God, sorry.
It wasn't even an imperfection on Belle's part. I just noticed on that one episode there was one thing that really pissed me off, and I can't say.
Yeah. You can't.
I can say.
Was it episode 3 and the fact that the art was like clipping over the blockchain overlay?
Well, that wasn't me.
No,
I didn't know you were gonna.
It was
mostly on
Tyc's
part. I'm sorry, Tyc, but it was mostly on your part.
Sorry, I'm a bad editor.
Damn.
on the left, on like the
You always
on the
make
right
it too
side,
quiet or too loud. What's wrong with you?
on the right
going
side,
deaf.
there's like a little spacing, and I know, and out of like the art was fine, and I think I didn't notice the crop over like the blockchain logo, but there's that small space that really enraged something in me. I almost didn't join the podcast because of that. Made me really angry.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking like I'm going to be job searching this month, and what I'm going to do is invest in more camera equipment because I want to do like photography and filmmaking.
That'd be really cool.
That's nice. Yeah, you should
Supporting
do
you all the way, man.
Yeah, and since
We can get another
since I
side
have,
into this podcast.
I've got some friends who know some people.
Mhm.
Like it's a whole new thing. It's like not Twitter artists or anything.
that. Yeah, that's good.
I'm
to
Damn,
know.
thinking
Guess
if
you can't be the co-host anymore.
for this
Darn.
this passion of filmmaking and photography, I'll use my old alias for that since I already have the Twitter handle again.
Okay. All right.
So last year I sort of locked that account got locked out.
Mm.
That was fine. I was going to deactivate it anyways, but have it a.
Yeah.
And then I was going to repurpose it for a personal account, and then that didn't fucking work. I still get memes and boobs in my timeline.
It's unavoidable. I swear to God.
Yep, I'll just use it for like an alternative brand essentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've done a few like photography. I guess it's not like big photography, but I like taking pictures and relating that back to art because it's good reference material and it also makes it better to draw out of life.
Photography.
There is
very
a
light
particular
hobby of mine.
expensive lens that I want to purchase, and that's a tilt shift lens.
Ooh,
So that's how
sounds
like
fancy.
it's what the tilt shift lens does is like you could get a front shot of a mirror with the camera not visible at all, as well as making like an entire building look tiny.
Oh damn.
It's really
Alright.
interesting technology.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can
I'd like to
imagine
get your hands on that.
the potential for that in filmmaking.
Yeah.
Well, they already do it for mirrors, but I could see if I guess
More.
more visual storytelling.
And you could jumpstart that. Yeah.
Yes.
That could be cool.
Can you make
plan to
Joker
any-
mukbang,
Joker mukbang.
but really high
Kill
quality?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's willing to dress up as a Joker. Well, except one
Oh,
person.
You got two
maybe.
guys right here.
You got two guys right here.
Well, if
Red
you're
and I
gonna
are close. We
if you're gonna be coming to Vancouver, I'm not
Joker.
paying for your for your flights.
You gotta pay for a costume and the entire Joker. Well, to be the Joker, you have to send your coworkers dead rats like Jay
We're
Leno.
already gamers.
Oh, Jared Leto.
Jay Leno, not Jay Leno. Jared Leno, yeah.
Jared
That was a
Leto.
good time.
He is goofy.
He's a character, that's for sure.
Suicide Squad. Simpler times.
4 years
I'm
ago.
an
yeah.
idea.
Ha! I'm damaged. Look at me. Look at my forehead.
Damn
My
it.
forehead.
This movie damaged my reputation.
Oh,
My favorite.
maybe Morbius will fucking kick his reputation as an actor down a peg.
Yeah.
You know about Morbius, that
Sounds
movie?
familiar.
It's like an obscure Spider-Man villain, like not too obscure, but like obscure enough that that character probably won't stand alone in its own movie, like the Punisher or Venom did. Did you know his Punisher was a Spider-Man villain at first?
I don't even know who Punisher is.
The Punisher,
also-
he's just a man with so many guns.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Also,
shoots a
Venom
lot of
had his own
people.
movie. It worked. I think. I don't think it worked. I don't remember.
What worked?
I remember that Morbius was gonna be Jared Leto.
I think Morbius, the film based on its one trailer that released, it seems like one of those early 2000s superhero movies where it doesn't know what to be,
Yeah.
and it releases anyways. Like how I expect the quality of that movie to kind of be like how the first Daredevil movie came out, like very like cheesy, yet it still takes itself seriously.
Hopefully it's enjoyable.
And it's very goofy, and like the CGI is mediocre at best.
Tyke, as a movie man, what's your opinion on what people are saying about the death of movie theaters and whatnot?
I don't blame them, to be honest. I think this whole streaming service, I think that's sustainable for like more creative ideas. Like, I don't think you could ever get a show like Mr. Robot, since that came out like on a smaller network and then it got picked up by Amazon. I don't think you'll get something like that. Or like, what was that movie called? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Wasn't that movie fucking long as hell? Like, you'll never get something like that in theaters.
Oh, I love the director for that movie.
More artistic endeavors, I suppose.
Yes. I think streaming services are a future, but I do think that movie theaters should be reserved for, I guess, more important movies instead of just the typical same 5 Disney movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if movie theaters just go away, I mean, that's like a big cultural...
You're taking a part of, like, major cities away.
Yeah, it's a classic piece of Americana, yeah.
Yes.
If I'm using that correctly.
It's like getting rid of opera, not Oprah.
Opium.
Oprah.
Get rid of Oprah. Get out of here.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of her.
Get rid of Oprah.
Like, movie theaters should be reserved for their own experience.
That's fair. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see online servicing being more useful for longer films. Definitely.
Longer films and like
longer film,
like
more
franchises, like Marvel's been doing at least that's like 12 years. I heard that I'm going back to Justice League, but I heard that movie has fucking 4 hours worth of footage.
Oh my god.
Like that's another, I suppose, another reason to be excited. I don't know about the quality of the movie.
Yeah.
But,
I want to mention, I feel like a downside though to like the future of digital video streaming is that like what we've seen so far, you're just going to keep getting more and more subscription services where you might subscribe to one just for one specific piece of content.
okay,
and then
here's another unpopular
I know pirating
opinion
exists,
about,
but still.
Yeah. Another little unpopular opinion about streaming services that you can theoretically have all the streaming services, but you don't have to have them all at the same time.
Okay, yeah.
Like you can cancel any time and they'll like they won't take all your money.
That's fair. Oh yeah, I get that.
Like you can cancel Disney Plus and then go back to like Amazon Prime Video comes with Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
You could resubscribe to all the streaming services. I feel like that's something most people don't realize.
I want a new Star Wars movie. I really want a new Star Wars movie.
You don't want a new Star Wars movie.
I want more
If the last 10 Star Wars movies have anything to go by, you really don't want any more.
Mandalorian was good.
Oh, I love Mandalorian so much. I want more external content.
I think the only reason Mandalorian got so popular is because there's like no studio interference from the higher ups, because like TV shows don't get interrupted as much as they do movies.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
I was honestly astonished, like when I heard, like, wow, like that's a thing, like they're making that, like really, like this is not gonna become delayed or destroyed by corporate whatever. It's like, wow, this is legit, like a good experimental series. That's nothing, and it's something fresh for the Star Wars universe. And it's creative and fun, and like, wow, what the hell? I legitimately enjoyed that.
Those are like the small things that I respect about Disney is that they won't interrupt TV vision. But that also that comes at the cost of inconsistent quality. Like since I watch a lot of the superhero action cartoons, I've noticed a significant drop in quality since Disney bought Marvel. And like I heard Clone Wars is good, so it all depends on the creative team behind it. But lately, Disney needs to put at least some care into who's writing, who's like producing, instead of just the same 5 producers and the same 7 directors that they have, and like maybe 1 or 2 big directors.
Unfortunately, yeah, like I'm a big Star Wars fan. Like I've lost faith in the Star Wars movies long ago. But I've always been such a I push for the video games, the like shows, because those are always like the best parts. Because recently, Star Wars Battlefield 2, they had huge controversy and stuff. It became a much better game. Like it had a lot of content put into it, and like I'm not gonna get into all the details, but that became good. Or like Fallen Jedi or like whatever the
I heard that
other
game's really
EA
good,
game that came out was also really good, and it was like this constant surprising stream of like, oh, Mandalorian, oh, this game EA, like wow, like okay, the recent movies in my opinion were fucking terrible, but like these other properties, okay, like last season of Clone Wars, like damn, okay, I have faith restored.
So it's like a bag of like trail mix, but you're trying to avoid all the raisins.
Oh, fuck you, I love the raisins.
Well, that you suck.
And on that note, we've gone for quite some time now.
Go for a little longer.
A little longer?
A little longer.
A little longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little longer.
I still have some things I have to say about Disney. I don't
go ahead.
I don't respect Disney as a studio because of all the compromises and interruptions from all the producers. I don't blame the filmmakers themselves. I just blame the producers and the people that controlled like Disney. Like again with Edgar Wright and Ant-Man, like his vision it got fucked, and they, instead of getting in a filmmaker that's on par with Edgar Wright, they get like a fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I think Disney treats movie directors like TV directors. In TV, the director doesn't matter, the writer does. And
when it comes to a movie, though, like, well, yeah, because a director for an episode is way less of a commitment than an entire movie, of course.
Yes, and that's how Disney's been treating directors lately. So if they're not going to get the big name directors, like recently they got Sam Raimi to who's going to direct Doctor Strange 2.
Oh yeah, he did the original Spider-Man movies, right?
Yeah, and I have a hint that there might be a chance that he'll leave due to creative differences. And by that I mean the producers are telling him to cut this scene, add this unnecessary scene, set up more sequels.
I hope not. I hope it all goes smoothly and it can be a great movie.
Yes. Lately I've noticed Marvel movies in particular have lowered in quality. I don't know much about Captain Marvel, but I heard so many negative things, like the mediocre acting, CGI is iffy at best. And then
you gotta like the movie. You have to.
And then who could forget about the ending fight scene of Black Panther?
Oh, yeah. That one was horrible. That was the worst scene I've ever seen.
Straight up like a PS2 game. And then, since I'm a particular fan of Spider-Man, Far From Home, to me, is the weakest Spider-Man movie. Because, like, the character didn't feel like he grew from the previous movies he was in. And, like, every other character turned from two-dimensional to one-dimensional. They didn't expand on any bits of lore. And Spider-Man does have some rich lore.
Yeah. In my personal opinion, when I watched Far From Home, I did enjoy the movie. I really did. But, like, in more of a fun way. Like how I feel with most Marvel movies. Like, wow, it's flashy, it's cool. But, like, I didn't walk away from the movie like, oh, that was an experience. That was profound. Or, like, because I really liked Infinity War and Endgame. I liked Infinity War better. But, like,
yes,
those were good movies in my opinion. Like, they weren't just the spectacle. Well, the spectacle was a big part of it, you know. I don't know.
I guess if you haven't walked away from many films that like really made me not think, I'd say, but with like a little bit of an impact. I like Joker. I know that how talked about that film is, but it's really, I think it's really good. I really like how it's handled.
It's a well executed movie, and I do respect DC and Warner Brothers for letting the director put in his vision, even if it's like not completely original.
Yeah.
But still, it's his vision, and again with going back to Far From Home, they brought in a TV director, like when the whole Sony and Marvel dispute happened a few months back. The director said that he might not direct the third film because he'll go back to his TV thing. Coincidentally, when the Sony and Marvel came to an agreement, suddenly he's free.
Yeah, I remember with the Far From Home thing, there was this whole thing where, like, I guess, spoilers for the ending scene of Far From Home, where there's like, this is Peter Parker's identity, like setting up a huge thing for like the next film, and then there was talk of Spider-Man not being able to be used in the movies anymore.
I was honestly excited hearing that Sony might get full creative control, because Sony is not an evil corporation. They make competent movies. If given the right writers and script, they could theoretically make a movie about Spider-Man, like essentially running from being an Avenger.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
like,
on one hand, you got Spider-Verse, which I loved, On the other hand,
movie.
you got Emoji Movie. both Sony.
Yeah. Plus, Sony did bring in the best and worst versions of Spider-Man, while Disney brings in mediocrity.
It's so safe,
with the TV shows, just based on
with
the
Disney.
TV shows.
It's so with Disney and Marvel and stuff. Like, I feel like it's so safe and sanitized most of the time. That's why Infinity War and Endgame was such a crazy thing. Because, like, wow, actual consequences for actions. Whoa.
Whoa, I haven't seen this since ever.
Not in a Disney film since, well, I don't know.
I think one like film series that I'm really passionate about is the Indiana Jones series. That
Still haven't seen
line
it.
of
I
movies
got to
really
watch
bring
it.
a lot of nostalgia for me. But they're also just really good. They're just fun. The first one, or like the acting, can be really bad at times, but it's just like goofy fun that I really like watching.
Yes.
Definitely have flaws in it, but the action scenes really.
I did hear I heard somewhere that in a movie, like a good script can carry an entire movie despite like bad acting and bad action.
Oh, totally.
I believe that.
I'm worried that
To an extent, of course.
Like, you can't make a good movie out of a bad script.
Yeah. I'm just
But that's the
worried that
thing.
like the new
Yeah.
like if they do make like a new Indiana Jones movie, it's gonna be really bad because I feel like Disney's gonna interfere with it. It's gonna be really fucking safe and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've experienced that. I feel like as I've gotten more involved into like the process, specifically in animation and stuff, like I'll be watching a show, and like I'll, instead of sitting back and thinking about it like I normally would, I'm trying to think of like, oh, how did they do that? Or like, oh, the writing is this, the pacing is this, which isn't bad. I'm not like complaining, but like I've noticed that the more aware I become of these tools used, the more critical I become of the execution.
Yes.
Because I'm aware of, what went wrong, and I appreciate that. I like being able to do that. But yeah, it's almost a little annoying because now I can really feel when a script is off or when the pacing is off. And it's just me getting older, anyways. But
Huh. Old. Wrinkly.
cynical. These movies and their pacing.
And that's how I started a YouTube review channel.
You could be the next nostalgia critic.
I could. I feel like, I don't know, for me specifically, I'm working on a project like that currently. I've got the script I'm writing, I'm co-writing, and then they work on animation stuff, and like, I'm so afraid to mess up, because if I mess up it'll suck, but I know if I don't do anything, it won't exist, so.
If it bombs, it's a learning experience.
Definitely. Because I want it to be good, of course, and then we'll try again if it's not, but man, pacing, script writing is way harder than I thought it would be. A lot of procrastination involved, just in my experience.
Yes. I'm personally working on a little passion project with the script. I'll be like,
nice.
I'll be using some of the characters that I illustrated. Which illustration is not my passion. It is, which if I had to spell that out to anyone. But I'm essentially creating a small world for my character.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally.
I know, Rad, you're doing something similar.
Yeah, like I said, I'm mostly just doing concept art because I'm better at fleshing out my ideas in drawing form than writing.
I get that. I used to do that too much. Like, I would make lore and stories but never actually write them down.
Yeah, I definitely still need to write them down, but drawing it helps visualize shit.
I don't know, drawing stuff, writing stuff out for me is always difficult. Like back to D&D, if I'm planning for a D&D session, I feel like it's so much easier to think of the cool ideas and keep it in my head rather than actually plan and write it out, even though when I plan to write it out, it's a much better experience and less stress for me, because like I don't forget things or have to improvise too much.
I think like this is the best way, like the best hobby is illustration for any writer, so you could visualize small ideas.
It's very important.
Yeah. You know, make little sequential arts, a storyboard, if you will.
I'd love to do that too. I plan to help with that on my own personal project as well.
Yeah. I'm thinking of
got our passions.
Thinking of contacting an old friend, since that'll be meeting tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Which would be yesterday by the time this is up.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we could like work on this project together, because 2 brains are better than 1.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, totally, in my experience, because I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am, like in the process of my thing I'm doing without my sister.
Yes.
I've had a lot of mutuals personally help me with just illustrating and also coming up with ideas, character designs and shit, and I have to thank them a lot for that. It really has helped my train of thought.
Yes. Cooperation is like, it's better than working alone.
Oh, totally. Who knew human connections?
2 heads are better than 1 after all.
Yeah. Mentioning Sam Raimi again, I think I heard somewhere that him and his brother dropped out of high school like at 17, 18. They bought business suits, worked a couple odd jobs with only a few $100s to their name, and they walked up to a studio, like set up a meeting, and pitched the idea for Evil Dead. And they didn't even have to go to film school. They did it on a shoestring budget with like just them and their friends.
That also kind of relates to writing true with something I remember, where it's like the medium doesn't really matter, at least when it comes to illustration. It's like a great artist will use their tools to their advantage.
Of course.
I hate artists who say like, oh, I can't do this because I don't have the materials for it. Like, I just use what you got for now and then work up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't have Clip Studio Paint, I can't draw at all. Like, listen, when you get Clip Studio Paint, you're not going to be any better.
Yeah.
If anything, you're going to be worse for a little while you're still learning the program.
Yeah, for my programs,
that's why I've avoided it so far.
I did traditional for like my first 2 years on Twitter, and maybe like 1.5 years, and then I moved on to Fire Alpaca for a week. Then I went to Metabang because you suggested it actually though.
Yeah.
I used that for the longest time, and then I used Clip Studio. And that's the only program I actually bought with real money.
Yeah.
Well, you're farther ahead than me, I guess. In the evolution of software.
Software.
I have Clip Studio.
But like you said, software doesn't matter. It's all about skill, not skill.
It's all about preference.
Preference.
Totally.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd really like Clip Studio though. Like whatever. I'll get to it. I'll one thing at a time.
Like personally, I like using Krita for like outline sketches, and I hear a lot of people don't like using Krita, and I can kind of understand. There's some performance issues.
I've seen many artists use Krita, and they make really cool stuff. I wasn't a fan of it, but I don't blame.
Krita's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't use it because it was too much for my little beginner artist brain, but
Like when you're starting out as a digital artist, you don't immediately need the big programs like Photoshop
you think you would. You really think
Clip Studio. You could always
don't.
compromise for sorry. Or Krita
Here I
or
am
like
agreeing-
Medibang or
Yeah.
any other like Fire Alpaca, any other program.
Yeah, just
Here
start
I am
out.
agreeing. Here I am agreeing with you, and then I'm also like, all right, no 3D modeling experience whatsoever. Straight in the blender. Let's go.
Yeah, it beats investing like hundreds of dollars into a program that you like might
Definitely.
use once or twice.
Yeah.
I'll only purchase that sort of software if you know its benefits and like what they are.
I definitely recommend doing traditional art before you get into digital art. I think that should be like
Mhm.
101 straight off the bat, because it's
Yeah.
just doing digital art. It doesn't make it like doing digital art doesn't make you like the perfect artist.
Of course.
I've done so
Then we
much.
Then we get into the
traditional-
conversation of medium, but you
Yeah,
know, yeah, whatever. We all have our tools, our passions, our yes,
it's all about preference.
artists.
Artists.
Artist.
And on that note, if we're all cool with that,
Yeah, we
thank you
went
so
on
much for.
for another good half
Oh
hour.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
a great
rivaling the
episode.
length of the last episode.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you so much for tuning in to the Blockchain Podcast, episodes weekly. Thank you, Rad, of course,
Yeah,
for featuring.
it's fun.
I forgot to ask, how many followers you got?
517.
Awesome. Go check out, what's your ad exactly now?
Oh yeah, I changed it. Radbunctious, but capital.
Cool.
The capital
That's what
R
it
and
is now.
capital B, because they capitalize like a proper student.
Go follow Rad. Go follow us. Go follow
I'll
the
be-
official Twitter account.
It'll all be linked in the description.
Yep. If everything goes correctly. And, yeah. We'll catch you See you guys.